What if the battery a main dealer just charged someone 680 quid for turned out to be the exact same battery you can buy online for 118? Same cells, same factory, same spec sheet, ordered from an independent supplier versus the identical unit fitted by the dealer down the road. That's a real forum post from this year, and neither the dealer nor the badge on the battery gave that driver a single reason to question the price. A tiny handful of manufacturers make almost every car battery sold in this country, hiding behind dozens of different names, and 5 of those brands on sale in the UK right now aren't priced anywhere close to what's actually in the box. Here they are, worst offender last. Number 5. Tudor. Sounds like it should be hanging in a museum next to a suit of armor, not sitting on a shelf at a motor factor. Tudor is Exide, full stop. Exide. Technologies builds both brands using the same cell chemistry and the same manufacturing lines. Exide's own name carries decades of reputation and OEM relationships, so it holds a higher price point almost automatically. Tudor gets none of that baggage and none of that cost, and ends up on shelves noticeably cheaper for essentially the same battery underneath the case. Exide itself isn't small either. It's one of the last genuinely independent battery makers left standing outside the 2 or 3 conglomerates that swallowed everyone else, which is exactly why it can afford to run a second name at all. Tudor isn't even a marketing invention dreamed up to sound old either. It's a genuinely old Spanish manufacturer, Compañía Española Tudor, founded back in the 1890s, that Exide acquired outright and simply kept running as its value tier badge across large parts of Europe, so the heritage on the label is real, it's just not connected to the price you're actually being charged. This is worth pausing on for a second, because it isn't a one-off, it's the entire business model behind this list. A handful of manufacturers own nearly every major automotive battery factory across Europe and Asia. Building a genuinely new, competing factory costs hundreds of millions of pounds and takes years. So instead of a dozen independent competitors on that shelf, you get 3 or 4 enormous manufacturers, each selling several brand names into different corners of the exact same market, aimed at different levels of trust and different levels of price sensitivity. Every name on the rest of this list runs the same trick, and once you know to look for it, you start noticing the pattern on tires, brake pads, oil, wiper blades, half the consumables in a car, not just batteries. Number 4. The own brand battery on the shelf, if that shop happens to be Halfords. In 2013, Halfords quietly dropped Bosch as their in-store battery brand and switched their own label range over to Yuasa, a Japanese manufacturer making batteries since 1895 and supplying original equipment straight to car manufacturers. Someone who did work experience at Yuasa's actual factory in Ebw Vale has since confirmed pallets going out marked for Halfords, and Yuasa's been named Halfords Supplier of the Year. The Halfords branded battery and the Yuasa branded one 2 feet away on the same shelf frequently come off the same production run, sometimes with the Yuasa version rated for higher cold cranking amps at a similar price. Yuasa itself sells the same physical battery under at least 4 different range names, depending on the warranty and start-stop technology fitted. So even shopping Yuasa versus Yuasa on the same shelf can mean paying for a badge rather than a genuine spec difference. Halfords didn't make that switch quietly out of loyalty either. It's a straightforward supplier negotiation, the kind every large retailer runs every few years, and the only reason most drivers never hear about it is that nobody's obligated to announce which factory their own brand parts actually come from. I've spent years around garages and forecourts in this country watching people get quoted numbers with nothing to do with what the part costs to make, and this next scene is where most of that actually happens. Picture your car in for an MOT, and halfway through, someone comes out holding a printout saying the battery's testing weak, and while they can't guarantee it'll survive winter, they can fit a new one today for 200 and something pounds. that's not really a technical judgment. Cold cranking tests move around with ambient temperature and how long the car's been sitting, so a battery reading borderline on a freezing morning can read fine an hour later once the bay's warmed up. It's one of the most common things added to a bill in this country, because nobody in the queue behind you is going to argue with a printout and the word safety. Independent testing on garage upsells in this country has found the same pattern over and over. Hand the exact same car with the exact same fault to 10 different garages, and several of them will find that fault, plus a few extra jobs the car never actually needed, adding hundreds of pounds onto a bill that started as something else entirely. Batteries are one of the easiest add-ons of all, because almost no driver carries a proper tester in the glove box to argue back with. If you want to know exactly which brand on this list carries the biggest gap between price and what it costs to build, subscribe now, because that one's coming up next, and it might be sitting under your own bonnet. Number 3, and this is the one that actually annoyed me. Lucas, as in Joseph Lucas, as in over a century of British automotive electrics, back when the name meant real manufacturing in this country's motor industry. The Lucas battery on sale today has nothing to do with any of that. It's built by Numax, a brand belonging to Delcor Corporation, a South Korean manufacturer, sold here under a licensing arrangement connected to Johnson Controls, the same group behind Varta. A legendary British engineering name, stitched onto a Korean-made battery, priced on nostalgia most buyers don't realize they're paying for. Joseph Lucas founded the original company in Birmingham back in 1860, and for the better part of a century, Lucas Electrics meant real components fitted at the factory to Austins, Rovers, Triumphs, and MGs. For better or worse, there's an old joke in British motoring about Lucas being the Prince of Darkness, thanks to some genuinely unreliable wiring in the 1970s. The manufacturing side of that company is long gone, sold off and licensed out piece by piece, the way a lot of these grand old names end up, kept alive on a label because it still sells, long after the factories behind it closed or changed hands entirely. What's left today is a name, licensed out to whoever wants to put it on a product, batteries included. Number 2, Varta. Varta is genuinely one of the best-regarded names in Europe, with real engineering and original fitment in plenty of Audis, BMWs, and Fords. What most buyers don't know is who owns it. Clarios, formerly Johnson Controls Power Solutions, the single largest starting battery manufacturer on the planet, holding roughly 30% of the entire global market on its own. Varta itself dates back to a German manufacturer founded in the 1880s, and that history is exactly what Clarios bought when it took the brand over. Decades of trust built up long before anyone outside the industry had heard the word Clarios at all. Varta isn't a scrappy independent competing against the big names. Varta is one of the big names, wearing a European badge, and Clarios doesn't stop at Varta and Bosch either. The same group also owns several other regional battery brands sold under entirely different names in other markets, which tells you this isn't a one-off arrangement. It's simply how the company structures its entire business worldwide. And number 1, Bosch, the one most likely sitting in your driveway right now, believing it's the proper premium alternative to Varta. Bosch and Varta come out of Clarios's own factories, on the same lines, to the same specifications, and forum threads full of people who've actually cross-referenced part numbers will tell you flatly they're the exact same battery. One driver tracked down the Bosch equivalent of the Varta unit fitted to his car and saved himself over 100 pounds on a battery identical by every measurable spec. Two names most drivers here treat as rival premium brands, made by the same company, on the same line, sometimes on the same day. Whichever one happens to be cheaper on the day you're buying, in practice, is the better deal, because you're not actually choosing between two companies at all. Here's 4 things worth doing with this, so nobody at a counter talks you into paying twice for the same battery. 1. find your battery's fitment code, something like a 096 or a 027, and check it against a couple of other brands before buying, since most retailer sites show every brand that fits your registration side by side. 2. Check the actual cold cranking amps and reserve capacity, not just the brand name, because a cheaper brand with an equal or higher rating isn't a downgrade. 3. Look up who owns the brand before paying a premium for the name. 30 seconds on your phone. If it traces to Clarios, Yuasa, or Exide, you're paying extra for a badge sitting on shared engineering. 4. Check the date code stamped near the terminals, usually a letter for the month and a digit for the year, because a battery that sat in a warehouse for 2 years starts losing capacity before it's ever fitted, whatever brand's printed on the front. A brand new premium battery that's actually 18 months old on the shelf can perform worse than a genuinely fresh budget one, and the date code is the only place that gets honestly disclosed because trading standards actually require it. None of this means the cheap option is always right, or a name brand is a waste of money. It means the name on the front and the company that actually built it are two different questions, and only one should affect what you pay. If you want to see this exact trick played out on brake pads and half a dozen other parts, subscribe, because batteries are just the easiest one to prove. Next time somebody points you toward the more expensive box, ask who actually makes it before you ask what it costs. 9 times out of 10, you won't get a straight answer at the counter, not because it's a secret, but because whoever's standing there has never had a reason to look it up either. Often, they're pointing at the exact same battery twice, just charging you twice for the privilege of picking one, and now you're one of the few people in that shop who'd actually know it.